seem I'm boring you with this fight. You almost look like you went flatline right there.
Is this how that's we're going to do?
Indeed. Hey, listen, I gotta ask
Had
you.
a mini stroke there. I think.
It seems that way. I'm not gonna lie. I've been out of the game a long time. Matter of fact, they retired my number, raised my jersey to the rafters when I got out of the dating scene. Matter of fact,
You've used that one before.
I have. Have I?
You have.
It gets better with age. In
Yeah,
fact.
of course.
As do I. Now, I'm out of the game. You are still in the game. Dating or not dating, I don't know. But,
I am single, ladies.
oh, my goodness gracious. Right. Single and ready to mingle? Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, that's my concern for you, son. That's my concern. Is that the Whatever podcast, which I love, I don't know if you can verify or not if modern women are really like this. That is the question for you today.
Well, we're just going to have to take a look and see.
Well, I'd like you to get busy, and then we'll see. Are modern women really like this?
Let's take a look.
You said that the word simp being abused and ruining love. Mm-hmm. So men should be simps. Mm-hmm. I guess.
How are we defining simp? Like,
Sucker idolizing mediocre. Let's say man makes zero money.
Okay.
Okay. What ways would he invest in you that you would see him as a potential partner, even if he's
Probably
making no money?
Like making no money, probably like, because my promo modeling, I'm an independent contractor, so I push myself and do reviews for other businesses. So if he was helping push my business, I am a brand ambassador for a nail girly, so if he's giving out cards for me and stuff, that's an important one. Probably the trips and excursions is a big one.
But he can't take you on trips with no money,
Oh,
right?
so you're saying with no money, what can
Hang
you
on,
do?
into the mic, yeah.
You're saying with no money,
No
what
money,
can you do?
yeah, no money. Not shit, right?
Support? No, he could support me.
Do you value companionship?
Well,
Like,
hang
I
on,
do.
hang on,
I was
hang
about
on,
to say,
let her finish.
just support me and my business. Continue to thrive in whatever he's doing, even if he's making zero money.
Yeah.
If you are still driving for something, like if you're doing real estate or in school or doing something that
So
is,
he can benefit you by like doing business legwork.
yeah. And,
okay.
And he could also benefit me in like
And are
picking
you-
like cars. You could pick me up.
Are you ever going to take
Taking
this guy
places.
out on dates with your own money?
I feel like I may pitch for excursions.
What does that
but,
mean?
Like, there's a base sum, and I pitch in maybe like 30%.
So you're not going to pay for the date?
No.
No.
Because I'm the prize. I'm
So
not.
this guy
I'm not bringing anything to the table
Yeah.
because I'm the guest of honor.
So the guy with
She's such a liar. She's trying to make herself sound good in this, but that's exactly what her attitude is. She's the prize. If she's the prize, then why do they all look for the guy that's 6 feet, making six figures, with the six-pack? That's the guy they're looking for. So wouldn't that suggest then the guy is the prize? Right?
I
And
mean-
she's the trophy. Because that's when you are that way, that's what you do. You get, the trophy means that you get the win, right? So they should be vying for us, as opposed to us feeling like we're so lucky that we've got them. I mean, again, I'm out of the game. When I was dating or starting to hang around with my now bride, she never said I had to take her on trips and excursions, and I had to buy her things, and that she used to we used to have dinner on Thursday nights. She used to go pick up dinner for us at her house. As a matter of fact, I don't think this one would be putting up with any of that.
I
Do you find this?
personally, I don't like the idea of you're not a prize and I'm not a prize. We're just both people. We shouldn't look at each other like prizes. If you want to pay for a date, cool. I'll pay for a date, cool. I don't know. I don't like the way this woman in particular is responding with her answers, but I also don't like the way these guys are phrasing these questions like this, because
Well, it is a man.
I understand, but they're doing this like a gotcha almost. Like, haha, you're a woman and you're gonna have to answer these questions in a negative way that paints you in a negative light.
I think what's happening is they're trying to reveal that they are self-righteous gold diggers, are materialistic.
But
and-
this goes back to like London's way. You're choosing specific women that are acting like this. Most women out there aren't like this.
I don't think so. I don't.
You disagree with
no,
me?
No, I
Oh.
agree with you. I agree. I think I want to.
Like you're specifically choosing women that are gonna have these answers.
Well, they are.
And then you're applying this whole thing to the entirety of women.
Well, they are great villains, but I think it does not serve women at all if they are characterized in this fashion. Like you say, London's Way. I love London's Way too. I think it's good entertainment. I don't know if it's great reality, but it
It's
might
not.
be.
It's not. It's not reality at all, actually.
You want to see more of this reality? You want to see how it gets? It's
show.
still
I don't know reality, but show.
okay. It's still ugly.
All right. Let's see.
Not a lot of resources or almost no resources. He can assist your business by doing a bunch of legwork for you, but he essentially gets zero out of it, right?
He gets to be with me in my
But
presence.
is he with you?
Yes.
He's just in your presence. You
I
ain't-
think
But are you
men
hooking?
don't get to
well, are you
experience me
hooking
like
up?
that.
Are you hooking up with that bum? Are you
We
gonna
are
hook up with
doing-
that bum?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna hook up with him?
If I love you and you continuing to support me even when you have zero money, because when I get with you, you gonna have some money. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You mean when you hook up with him?
No, when they ask me for my information, I'm not gonna get with a bum. Period. But if they ask me for my information and I got them and they're very driven and they got it.
I got stuff for this too.
No,
right?
no, no. I really just. When did we like, as a society, like lose the idea of like you get with someone because like you love them. Like that's it. I don't give it. You could be a homeless person living in a dumpster. If I truly love you and I want to be with you, I don't know. That's it. End of story. There is no like, you need to have a job and you need to do this and you need to do that. Obviously, you know, I'm guilty of thinking of things like that because I want them to be a driven person. I want them to have certain things and certain values and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think that if I were to come across the true love of my life, I'll support you to the ends of the earth.
Well, she's saying that now because she's still young and attractive. But once you get to be 30, 31, 32, 33, and you're still single and you're left over,
I disagree. I don't think you're a leftover once you hit 30.
well, women are at usually their most fertile and their best looks are when they're in their 20s.
Are you saying that's when they're most valuable? Anywhere else they're not valuable, Phil?
Well, I'm saying that men who are looking for women, especially if they want to reproduce, those women in society are the most valuable.
Well, I mean, men after the age of 30, their ball sacks get wrinkly, so that's not really desirable.
Wow. Yeah, but we can get away with wrinkles in the sack and otherwise if we are productive human beings. I hate to say it because that's how society judges us. Like, where's your W-2? What do you drive? Where do you live? What's your zip code? I hate to say that, but that is the truth. But I'm with you because my spouse met me when I was on the coming up. You know, matter of fact, I was taking a little bit of lumps in business at that point. So when she met me, she was divorced, 2 kids. In today's society, she's a leftover, right? Because nobody wants.
How old were you guys?
When we met, I was 33, I think.
And she was?
She was 37, 38. Yeah.
And what did she bring to the table when you met her?
She was kind. She was attentive. She enjoyed spending time with me. You can tell, me personally, she looks at me like I walk on water, and always did.
Okay.
It's the way that she looked at me because she would have the glazed over look in her eyes with the head tilt. That's how I knew ultimately she was the one. And
So vice versa.
how
Like what if a man, a man were like that with a woman?
honestly, I got an answer for that too because this is my wheelhouse, the whole relationship thing. There's always one who loves the other more.
Well, yeah, of course.
So
That's not new news.
one of my clients right now, she's a widow. She had a wonderful, the perfect marriage. Her words, not mine. He's deceased now. He had a botched medical procedure. And I explained to her yesterday that anybody who comes in to a relationship with her in the future, he is going to love her more than she's going to love him, because he is George Washington on Mount Rushmore. This guy could only be Jefferson, and he would have to be accepting of that. And if he says, I'm just glad to be on Mount Rushmore because I can't be your deceased husband, that relationship will work. But it will not be based in money because she's already financially set. It won't be based on leveling up because it doesn't matter. But my fear is, my concern, which is why we're bringing it to the attention in the video, is modern women, are they like this? Because I have a concern and fear that they might be. There might be more than you think, is what I'm saying.
I don't know about that.
Okay,
I really
fair
don't.
enough,
I
fair
really
enough,
don't.
fair enough. You want to see where this goes?
Real women that you meet like in real life,
Yeah.
I don't think are like this.
So-
It's the women that are on Tinder or on Bumble. I think those women are more like that because they're judging people based on looks, appearances, filters. They put in there a million filters. They got to be this and that. They got to not want kids or want kids or whatever it is. I think people online dating perpetuates this type of thinking. But I think if you meet, like, if you go to a bar, you know, with your buddies and you see a girl there with her friends, and like, you know, I think real people living their lives not online or on these stupid dating sites. I think that's more realistic.
Well, let's see. I know Andrew Wilson is really a traditional conservative value man, as is Brian. So let's see what other ugly she might has to say yet.
Job at the very least, but then they have no job. I'm gonna stick it out because I see that they were there
Got it.
when they had
Okay,
it.
now I think we've established a floor base. So to get with you,
Yes, you have
what's
to
the
have money.
minimum amount for that?
There isn't one. You just gotta have, like I
Well,
said,
there is a
probably
minimum
1,000
one. Wait,
probably
there has to be a
1,000.
minimum one.
Probably 1,000.
You have to 1,000 what?
You said on excursions, like food, nail hairs, like I feel like I said 1,000 already. Like that, like you asked me, like what was everything overall, like in a month, and I said like $1,000 or a
Okay.
little more, cause yeah, and like I'm on my feet a lot as a model, so I like to get foot massages and other things. So it's like, if I'm going and I already scheduled, he could just pay for his and he could come with me, and I'm not gonna expect him to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like a mutual respect, but at the end of the day, I want you to be a man. I want you to,
Have money.
yeah, I want you to
But how
want
mu-
good for
but-
yourself.
but
If
how
I
much
got money, you
But
gonna
how-
have money.
But how much money? Should he have at least as much money as you?
Eventually, if you are on a path to have more money than me, that's valid. Because
What
you
if you're on
don't
a path to
start
have
at the
less
top.
money than you?
We might have a discussion about
So you do want your
Profit.
guy to end up making more money
yeah,
than you?
yeah.
Okay.
But right now, it's not super important. It's still hella young. You know what I'm saying? So
And
we
these-
still got
and-
time to learn.
And these men get the
grow.
luxury of being in your presence and helping your business.
Yes.
Hopefully, it's just her, Mel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the people they choose for these podcasts. They do it specifically to make themselves look good, and they take what she's saying and apply it to the whole of the woman population.
Well, hopefully it applies to the populace of women that are out there that might be like that, where they can actually get a chance to look in the mirror and say, "Oh my God, do I sound like that? Are those my values?" Because what I guess I tend to see is most women tend to be hypergamists. They will date across and up, but not down. Again, it's just an opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. It's just contemplative.
Food for thought.
Yeah, contemplative content. Comments appreciated. Like, subscribe.
Not appreciated.
There it is.
Nope.
I'll see you next time.